marriages. We make it straight and we bring you the truth that will set you free, even in your marriages, even in your relationships, even in your walk with Christ, even as a single person. So don't turn off this channel. Don't even go anywhere else. Please join us this evening for an amazing show that we have prepared for you. And please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, that is at Prayer Cave TV, or even on our Facebook page. Follow us right there at Prayer Cave TV. And even for you who is watching us on our TV, kindly make sure that you talk to us via the SMS line that is right there on your screen. Even you can WhatsApp us and we're going to get back to you. And we thank you for keeping it Prayer Cave TV. And now, I do not want to take so much time. I want us to dive into today's topic. And today's topic is indeed a hot one. Is indeed something that we are, going to assist young men and even get to know what is going on with young men in taking the big step. That is the step of marriage. What is happening? Where are they going wrong? We are going to hear that in a moment. But for now, let us introduce our guests who are ready to talk to us and discuss this subject today. So, karibuni sana wenzangu. Muko salama? Good to see you guys.
Good to see you too.
Yes, I know this is not your first time to be here.
No, it's not.
It is not even your first time or your second time to be here. So these are common faces, but they have many hats. Yeah, they have many hats. And so karibuni sana. Kindly let us introduce we introduce ourselves.
I go by the good name of Edwin Karia.
Yes,
That's my name. Yeah.
karibu sana Edu.
Asante sana.
Hapa tutakuita Edu leo.
Nimekubali, yote nimekubali.
Yes, and to you, my friend.
Mimi naitwa Sam Wawire.
Sam.
Yes.
Karibuni sana.
Amen.
These are the people who are going to this, and you can tell hawa sijika tutamaliza show leo, but these ones are they are the guests we have today, and I know you love the show, my viewer. And please, let's just get into it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sam,
Yes.
what is happening with the young men? Why are they not taking the big step?
Let me first start by saying things are not the way they used to be. Like my American friends would say, they don't make them like they used to make them.
Okay.
So, where do we even start? See, back in the day, things were a little bit easier.
Yes.
In fact, if I'm not so wrong, we even had people helping you take the big step. Nowadays, we live in a very individualistic society that is not easy. Number two, kila mtu ni mwoga kidogo. Like, kitambo ulikuwa unashikwa mkono. You're the old men, you had your uncles, you had your aunties, you had your family, you also had the other person's family, So things were a little bit easier because not all the burden was put on you or your relationship to make it into marriage.
Yes.
So that's one thing that I know for sure has really imesumbua watoto. Na sasa, especially when it comes to men. Also, let me put it to this betrayal. It's still on the same point.
Yes.
Because back in the day, you could trust this man.
Yeah.
Sasa unajua uncle got my back. As I go through this, he'll do the checks and balances.
Yes.
If you are from the Luya tribe, it used to be your aunt. Senje. She does that thing. You know. Anachungulia hivi kidogo. She looks for you.
Yes.
Nowadays, because like I said, of the individualistic nature of our community and our society, it's very hard to find that support. So I think one of the biggest factors, because we don't have that communal thing, rather it's mimi nataka TDH kama wewe ni dada, ama kama wewe ni mwanaume unaanza kusema nataka sijui wanasemanga nataka nini, but hot they don't have acronyms for
they will tell us.
So kuna siku to try invite waseme hivi
watatuambia.
So I think that's one of the few things.
All right. Yeah. And to you also, Edwin, why are young men taking even so much time before they say they find somebody even to get to marry them?
I think I would marry two points and say one of them being courage and the other one indecisiveness.
Yes.
because at the end of the day, marriage is a decision.
Yes.
Yes.
The same as me taking a glass of water to drink is a decision.
Yes.
And marriage has its own risks, pros and cons. And a lot of the young men,
Yes.
actually, who are being nurtured nowadays, are not groomed to be men, to be fathers, to be husbands. They don't have the information.
Yeah.
They lack the preparation. And you see,
Alright.
when you lack preparation, I think courage also is a miss.
It is.
Yeah, so
It is.
without courage, even making a decision, itakuwa ngumu.
That is true.
Yeah.
Let me ask you on that question. What do you mean when you talk about preparation?
I think preparation for me goes back to role modeling. Like when this boy was growing up, because men don't start as men,
Yeah.
they start as
As
boys.
boys, yes.
When this boy was being nurtured, ever since he was born into the earth by his parents, fortunately we believe that maybe he had both parents.
Yes.
And even if he didn't have both parents, there were men who could have modeled this boy to become the man that he ought to be.
Yes.
But now, unfortunately, the society that we live in lacks the moral fabric of men that mentor other men to become men, because of the prejudices and the stereotypes that we are having. And okay, that is another topic in on its own. But I think I will delve much on courage and indecisiveness, because a man is raised up to be a decision maker.
Yeah.
He's the one who carries the vision. And anyone who carries the vision, courage is not far-fetched. So once courage is not once courage is out of the equation, then even making a decision, itakuwa ngumu.
Itakuwa ngumu.
Role modeling. Who are they looking up to?
Yes.
What are they hearing?
That is true. And even the people who are surrounding you,
Yeah.
the uncles who are drunkards, the uncles who have a history of, being jailed so many times.
Yeah.
How are they going to mentor and prepare this young man to take this big step?
Yeah,
It's a tragedy,
It's
right?
hard. It's hard
It is.
because, like he said, men will learn from who we look up to.
That is true.
Yeah, we like to tangalia to say, I want to be like Baba. That's why, like right now, my son wants to walk like we, talk like we. Now, if I'm not a good role model, at the end of the day, like you say, he won't even have courage to say, hey, can I take you out on a date?
Yeah.
Hata
It will
kosa,
be hard.
itakuwa ngumu.
Yes. Yes, that is true.
Yeah, itakuwa ngumu sana.
And also, Sam,
Yes.
when we look also the issue of upbringing.
Yeah.
Many young men also are being brought up on families that are broken.
Yes.
Families that are already, shown them that marriage does not work. How are they going to have that courage?
I think one of the biggest things, and let me first address those people from broken families. There are two things that happen.
Okay.
Number one, they try to avoid being like their parents. And in the process of avoiding being like their parents, they end up making the same mistake their parents made. Even if it is indirectly, they'll still do the same thing.
Yes.
Number two, they'll fear. Wataiogopa tu, wasema unajua nini, haikufanyia kazi baba yangu or my mother, sasa mimi sitaenda nayo.
Kweli.
Now, the people who surround you now become very important. Because yes, you can be from a broken family, but that doesn't mean you have to have a broken marriage or broken
I
relationship.
like that. Yeah.
Because the people who surround you, the people who mentor you, the people who talk into your life can either break it or make it. They can either accentuate your trauma or they can show you that, you know what, hii ni kitu watu wanapitia. People have gone through this and they've come out on the other side. Number two, I think, and I would encourage all single mothers, because most of the time boys watalalia side ya mama yao sana.
Kweli.
Hiyo tu ndio kweli. Kama mimi sahi, if there's crisis, yes, I'd call my dad, but inachukuanga kwanza muda. Lakini mama yangu 0722 inakujanga kwa iko
complex.
Unaona? So I would encourage mothers to allow their sons to be nurtured and mentored by a man who you think their son should look up to.
Yes.
And like I said, a mother can create the opportunity. So let's say, for example, my dad is not present.
Yes.
You as a mother, you can take that prerogative. Mwambie, enda ongea na kwa yako.
Kweli.
Enda ongea na pastor. Please, mchungaji, ongea na mtoto wangu consistent, constantly, because kuna 1, 2, 3, 4, speak into their lives.
Yes.
You see, sometimes it's hard for men to choose mentors because we have been through betrayals. Some of us have been hurt. So like you say, if it's a broken marriage in a baba and alimes, you'll find that the son is now hurt. Anachukia baba yake. Sasa wewe kama mama, it's now sasa wewe ukuje umwambie kijana, najua baba yako amefanya 1 2 3, but he is good in 1 2 3 4 5. Yes. Or I loved him because of 1 2 3 4. Ama ulitokea kwa sababu usifanye ni kama sasa huyo mtu ni mbaya kabisa, shetani mwingine anatembea dunia. That it doesn't help because he internalizes it. And once he's internalized it, what's the next thing? He either avoids it and it becomes more like his dad, or fear grips him. And like he said, hata hizi ongelesha msichana kwa sababu ataanza kusema sasa mimi sasa nitaanzaje. Hakuna courage hapo. Wacha nikwambie, kuongea na wasichana saa hii lazima you need to have wamesoma bwana, they have gone to school.
Yes.
Sasa zile siku za kubeba so I think for the most part, especially in broken homes, because the son defaults to the mother most of the time.
Yes.
Let the mother encourage the son to get good mentors, good examples, and if possible, have a relationship with the father. And that one of the few things nitasema tu hapa. Sisi hao watu wanaogopa kuongea na wanawake because wamemba vitu baya kuhusu mtu mwingine. Si vizuri kuintroduce mtoto wako mwanaume kwa moshene. Usimfunze kwa na moshene yake na gossip na wewe kwa jikoni. Hapana. Najua you want a friend but your son cannot be your friend. Hiyo acha tuseme ukweli, hapana. Hiyo tunakataza. Waache mwanaume aende huko nje afunze kwa mwanaume. Kama unataka BFF si ndio, tafuta committee. Lakini usifanye young man akwe because the next thing and I'm telling you this can come, the next thing itakuwa every woman he meets, you as the mother are now the skin.
That's true.
That is bad. Kwa sababu sasa yeye ametoka anajua tu mama yangu, anakuja huko nje anakutana na karembo hakajui kupika na kakoiti, anakasirika. Unakasirikia nani? Usi mama yako? Sindio?
Unatafuta mama yako
kwa wasichana. Utaipata? You will never. That's why I say, be a parent. And even be their friend.
Yes.
But mama, ambia kijana yako, enda huko nje. Uongeleshwe na mtu mwenye amepitia kitu vizuri. Kama uwezi, mtume hapa kanisani. Hapa kuna wanaume serious. Kina kamba tuko. They are here. Yes. Usikuwe BFF na yeye kwa jikoni hapana. Usifunze mtoto motion.
I think it all goes back just to add meat to what Sam is saying.
Yes.
It all goes back to role modeling.
Yes.
As in, who is this boy looking up to? Because remember, a boy will turn to be a man. A cub will turn into a lion.
Yes.
You can imagine going to a jungle. Unapata simba anaona gazelle na hepa. Ataenda njaa. So even men, like that boy, if you are a mother, and I have no offense to young, by the way, I respect women, I honor women, they are lovely people.
Yes.
But you see, let a man be a man. Whether he is a boy, he is a man. If he needs to go out and meet these girls, acha hizo mambo mingi za over spiritualize mambo. Let the boy go and know how to handle ladies.
Yes, and talk to them.
Yes, teach him how to address ladies. So, huyu mtoto amekaa kwa jikoni na wewe. Kutoka azaliwe hadi ile siku atafika 18. Akipatana na wanja, si wataenda jikoni wote
wawili. Atashinda kumwambia kwa barabara.
You see, the word of God says, train up a child in the way that they should go.
Yes.
Train up a man in the way that he should be a man.
Yes. Yes.
There are tenets of becoming a man.
Yes.
Okay, let me give a practical scenario.
Yes.
Me, I remember growing up. Okay, fortunately, I got the privilege of being raised by two parents. And my dad, sometimes you would consider him ni kama anawachukia. But later on when you grow up, ndio unajua, by the way, whatever he was doing was actually right.
Yes.
I was having an earlier conversation with Sammy, and he was actually giving me a practical example of how he's bringing up his boy.
Wow.
Akitembea mbele ashiki mtoto mkono kila wakati. Wacha akufuate. Aone your steps.
Yes.
As we follow Jesus, tunaambiango to follow steps. Let the boy see the steps of the man. Ukianguka anajua hapa huwa panaangukwa.
Yeah.
Hata anguka kesho.
Yes, ataepuka hapo.
But this thing of kababa, man, kababa, you see the problem comes in. When now the lady comes in the picture. The lady is looking at protector provider. Sindio?
Yes.
He's not looking for ati sasa mkuja mkae chini mnaanza kuniambia aki, oh my god, my girlfriend sijini manze. Man. He's not looking for a girlfriend.
No.
And that's what men are being turned to be nowadays. And that's why the issue of LGBTQ inakuja. Yes. Yet it's fine for me to even be to change my gender to be a lady. Why? Because we've lost the moral fabric. We've lost the social structure. The social structure that ilijengwa ile wakati Mungu alikuwa anajenga dunia. There's a reason why actually the man was created first. That does not mean the woman is any lesser. No. There's a lot to that being created, number one.
That's true.
It does not undermine the value of the woman. But it brings the essence of leadership.
Yes.
And this leadership is not something the man wakes up to.
No.
He is groomed and cultured to be a man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hold on that, Edwin. You're saying that man is groomed to become, that boy is groomed to become that man. But in our society today, son, who is being groomed more? Is it the girl child or the boy child? And how is it affecting now the boy child making that big step?
Honestly, when it comes to grooming, right now, I don't think anybody is being groomed.
True.
No, I'm just going to be honest. This is my opinion, and this is how I look at it. Because the girl child is not being groomed. She's being given, how do I put it?
Negative feminism.
It's not even negative feminism. I don't even want to go into feminism. I want to find a more descriptive way of putting it. She's shown a picture, okay, of what she could be. But the question is now, let's go back to the word of God. Is it going in line with the word of God? Number one. Number two, is it going in line with some of the cultural practices that used to make it possible for a woman to be feminine? That is number one. Number two, the boy child, amekaa jikoni sana na mama. Suddenly, siku hizi, everybody thinks the mother is the head of the house.
That's right.
No, I'm being serious. Kama sahi. Kijana amekaa jikoni kwa sababu mama anaongea vibaya kuhusu baba.
Yes.
Ndio? Anaona and this is the thing, kama ni mvulana uta default kwa mama yako. So mama yako akisema hawa wanaume ni wabaya wote. What do you think the boy is learning? The same people I should look up to are dogs.
My God.
I don't want to be a dog.
No.
I am young, sindio? The next thing unasikia kuna LGBTQ. We are not fighting something that was created outside there. We are fighting something that was created in the house. Kwa sababu we've suddenly shown this is the head of the home. Mama anakuja kwa nyumba, wamekuja hapo kaka mkunjo na kanasema hiki kimwanaume changu. Honestly.
Yes.
Hata ukitoka hapo na wewe ni mwanaume. How would you look at yourself? Your self-esteem. You see, and that's why it can come right now when it comes to grooming. You have to be very intentional.
Yes.
Very.
Especially as parents. Knowing that someday, like right now, I know my son. Kuna siku itabidi asimame mbele ya msichana. Na mwambie nyaji. Mimi nimekufili. Na naomba hii namba.
Yes.
Unaona sasa nimeanza kumtayarisha. So, one of the few things I need him to accept is rejection.
Yes.
Yeah, because it can happen.
Juu si kila mjana ataingia box. My friend, leo utaenda ongea na Wanja class akukatae. Lakini hujui maybe Wanjiru atakubali.
Yes.
Sasa fanya hivi kijana yangu, si ndio? This is how it goes as a man. Now the mother cannot tell him that.
Yes.
Mama yake atamwambia. Mama yake atamwambia, you know, you need to value all girls the same.
Yes.
Hiyo ni sawa. Hiyo ni kazi ya mama. Lakini mwanaume ndio amwambia ona.
Kuna huyu na huyu.
Na ukienda ku approach msichana, si ndio? This is what you do.
Yes.
Baada hiyo unamwambia nitakufungulia mlango ya gari ya baba. It's very small things. It's the details. Now, with nowadays, wa mama wanasema nini? Ninaweza jifungulia mlango yangu. namwambia unamkataza, unamwambia chivalry is not dead. Yani I'm grooming him to become the gentleman. Huyu msichana akipatana naye atasema baba yako na mama yako na nitakutana na na akikuja the way he'll handle her will also mean msichana akiingia kwa familia or as he starts, you know, we getting accustomed kuna heshima fulani atabeba. That's the importance of grooming. Lakini hiki kitu tunasikia unaongea tu vibaya kuhusu mzee mbele ya mtoto, alafu baadaye unafikiria atakuwa na courage ya kusimama. Na number 2, wewe fikiria ukisikia mwanaume ameongelea vibaya, so uta expect kila mwanamke akuongelea hivyo nyuma yako. Unataka kuwa kwa nyumba mtu nyuma yako anakuongelea hivyo? Hakuna. That's a problem. That's why men get there and they're like, I've had so much negative things being spoken in relationships and marriages that I'm not sure I really want to get into this thing, kwa sababu what is the point of being just unhappy? Na umekasirikiwa 80% of the time. Na unakaa tu uko nje mpaka saa 8 ya usiku ndio ukuje kama unakuja kulala. Na wengine hata wana over spiritualize, wanakuja tu kama wameomba shandara mpaka kitanda. Like is that all there is to marriage?
There is no need.
See, and as we are grooming them, let's teach them friendship. Honestly, kama kuna kitu moja tunaweza funza, especially these young men, is how to build relationships on a friendship. Utaki kitu, unataka tu rafiki. Because at the end of the day, Ken kama sisi acha tukusaidia wewe unakuja huko. Kama mtu si rafiki yako, ngoja huko mbele. Because there's no point. If it's not friendship. If it's that's the thing foundation. The foundation is friendship. Because you can always fall onto that and then you build back up. Like as a vijana, they're not groomed for that. Their friendships are superficial. Wamejua kama sahi the biggest motioners online are by men. Hata nashanganga mwanaume ako na blog ya masengenyo. How? Pigie mood. Like serious. Grooming is very important. That's why nakwambia hiki janangu, even sometimes not just rejection, even understanding consequences. For example, ukipanda juu ya stool na usonge kando, utaanguka
kabisa.
Ukicheza na msichana yenyewe, upatie pesa kabla ni rafiki yako, atakutumia. Grooming. Sasa namuelezea na namwambia ukweli. Namwambia what the foundation you chini hivi is everything. And if we cannot develop friendships, if we cannot show children that you can have friends, inaanzia na urafiki. Everything we do, na hata weke kama in marriage, unasikia kuna wanaume wanakaa mpaka saa 5 usiku kwa gari yao hapo nje. Anangojea kila mtu amelala. Ndio anasneak in kwa nyumba. Afu asubuhi mtoto amuone. It's because there's no friendship. But if your wife is your friend, hata utaogopanga. Utampiga simu mwambie niaje. Leo nimechoka, nataka tu nikuje kani malata. Kwa saa kuna kasapa, utamka saa 8 kama huko. Kijana akiona hiyo, the next time asema, this is friendship. Si mbaya sana. But if it's what we are doing right now,
we are grooming them either positively or negatively.
Squeezy, wacha nikwambie, grooming haifanyiki. Nakwambia haifanyiki because nobody is intentional about it. One thing about grooming is you are very intentional. Lazima ujue, I want this young man to be 1 2 3 4. So ninaanza kumtengeneza
pole pole.
I start shaping him pole pole. That's why nimekwambia kama sahi I'm teaching my child rejection. Kuna vitu nataka hata kumpatia lakini simpatie. So that ajue sio tina mchukia.
Hapana.
Lakini hapana. Haina haja aende akasirikie msichana wenyewe juu alimkataa. Baadaye sasa ni story nyingine. Hebu kwanza, mbona wanaume mnakasirikianga wanawake wakiwakataa? Mimi sielewi. Umekataliwa si ukatalike?
Kabisa.
In fact, if anything, labda wewe ndio msichana mzuri. Kwa sababu umeona kitu yenye iko haiko sawa. Go fix it. Alafu jaribu tena kesho.
Kweli?
Si ndio?
But now they are doing the wrong
thing.
Unajua unapita hati naye.
Akikataliwa unaachana naye ama unaenda unapita na mwingine. Ndio nini ifanyike? By the way, one of the few things, and I think ladies can testify to this, there is nothing better than a man who puts in effort.
That is true.
Najaribu kataa leo kesho tena
akona consistency yani, si ndio?
Na ukikataa kama sasa Valentines anakuletea mao kitupa na ngoja next year.
Analeta teddy bear. Let me ask you, Karia, as we are about to get to a break, very briefly, because we are talking about this young man, and he's giving example of his son. But now we have these young men who have already, surpassed that level. Hata hawakangi na baba zao wako huku nje. They were not raised in that manner. How are we going to help them, because they don't even have that courage and confidence right now to approach a lady because of the way they were brought up and the way they saw their families, their parents' marriages, going on. What would we do about that?
Ken, I think if you observe what is happening all over the world, there is a lot of money being spent and resources on educating, empowering the girl child. And unlike what is happening for the boy child. And it's not because educating the girl child is wrong. Actually, I would advocate for it. But now, this is the danger. Where are the men? Where are the platforms that are being created to educate this boy? If we can spend money and resources to educate, to empower this girl child, and it is good.
Yes.
But we are not doing the same to the boy who is becoming a man, who is purported to be the future leader of this empowered woman.
Yes.
It's a recipe for disaster.
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
It is.
It's a recipe for disaster.
Hold that. Hold that.
It's chaos.
Hold that, Edwin. And I know you are going to come back even after this short break. Please talk to us on the YouTube channel right there. Please. We want to hear what are you, what do you think about what we are talking about here? And even when you come back, they will tell us, is money one of the issues why young men are not taking up the big step? Stick around. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back, my viewer. Karibu sana na Mungu azidi kukubariki. We thank you so much for keeping it Prayer Cave TV. And karibu to this wonderful show. This is Being One Show. My name is Ken Campbell. And with me, I have my two guests. That is Sab Wawire and we have Edwin Karia. Karibuni sana. We've been having an amazing discussion right here. Yes. And even as we continue, I had promised my viewer that we will talk about money issue. Because many are saying we don't have money to pay dad, we don't have money to take them out for a date, we don't have this kind of money for 1, 2, 3 things. Is this happening, Karia?
I think the issue of finances, and it's a good topic because that's what I was meditating on even when we were on break.
Yes.
There's a lot of misconception around the issue of finances, and especially among the young people.
Yes.
Not only men, but now because we are focusing on men.
Yes.
And there's a lot of unhealthy extravagance.
Okay.
That is coming out to, and especially the unmarried man.
Yeah.
Than even the married man. Unrealistic expectations, which are fictional, if there's such a word.
Yeah.
And people are misinformed about money because how much is how much to what you have. If I'm earning $1 million Kenyan shillings and there's another earning 30,000 Kenyan shillings, we both are earning.
Yes.
Are we living within our means?
Yeah, living within the means.
What are your priorities?
Yes.
Are you honest with yourself?
Yeah.
As a man, with your finances. So it's a whole hula baloo, if I can call it. It's a huge topic actually.
Yes.
And especially for men when it comes to money. Now bringing it back to relationship.
Yes.
Now, it brings the essence of insecurity because of the current societal norms. There are thresholds that are now being put.
Yeah.
And most of them watu wamewatch cartoons sana. There's a lot of soap opera and Disneyland in how people are living. People are not being told the truth. Both men and women. Because money, ukitafuta pesa, it's painful.
Yeah.
Kuipata.
Yes.
So I don't expect myself as a man to go and spend money with a woman who does also not know how to manage money.
All right.
It's disaster. It's disaster.
Yes.
And now the problem comes in, and it's not bad to have money.
Yeah.
I always even advise ladies, by the way, penda pesa. Penda pesa. The love of money is the root of all evil. Why? It's not that money is bad.
Yes.
Tafuta pesa bila kuithamini. Okay? Because once you do not, unakani kama unaona pesa, you get the disciplines on how, number one, to make it, and number two, to be responsible around it. So, back to the topic.
Yes.
Now, the modern day boy, let me not call him a man.
Okay.
The modern day boy who is uncultured in matters to do money. Ataogopa. Why? Because he has notions which are not factual.
Yes.
Because ameona social media, sijui kuna socialite.
Yeah.
Amepelekwa nje.
Yes.
And then you see, by the way, nowadays, don't believe everything you see on social media. Be real. Be real. Social media, wacha nikwambia, anaitwa Mark Zuckerberg. Hawa watu wanatengeneza pesa. By the way, mimi I congratulate him. Wacha endelee kutengeneza pesa. It's his own venture. You're being scared at you won't approach a woman because hauna pesa. How much is how much? Okay?
Yeah.
Do you understand the tenets of making
you see,
money?
Edwin, when we are talking about money, that is what they are, receiving from the ladies out there. They do not want to date somebody who does not have money. So that lack of money becomes an issue to them not taking the big step.
Okay, but let me ask you, Bwana Ken, what's the threshold?
All right.
So how much are we looking at?
Okay.
It's money.
Because it's money.
Yeah.
Money is money.
So the problem is it the problem? Is it the young man or the lady?
No, it's the young man.
Okay.
It's the young man. Ask me why.
Why?
I know kuna mtu atanipiga, lakini it is. Let me say it. Let me say it. It's the young man.
Okay.
Because men direct.
Yeah.
Oh, preach.
Men don't beg. If the lady cannot fit into my 30,000 Kenyan shillings, she better walk.
Yes.
My God. No, come
Jesus.
repeat that again.
Rudia
Because
to you.
If the lady, you see, let me tell you something.
Hallelujah.
Know your worth as a man.
oh my.
Hey.
No, you're
Okay? Know your worth.
Yes.
And your worth is not measured by money. I'm not saying you do not work. Because, of course, whoever does not work should not eat. And, of course, also the lady expects that you will provide.
Yes.
But what's the threshold?
Nice question.
Am I less of a man to myself because I cannot buy you a house in Runda? Am I less of a man because I cannot take you to Miami? No.
Yeah.
If I can only afford my 30,000 and my expenditure is within the confines of my 30,000 salary or income, then the lady that I should be getting should be comfortable, whether she's earning more than me or not, provided I can lead.
Yes.
We cannot all be the same.
So are you trying to say, Edwin, that and Sam, are you trying to say that now because he or that she is not going to, be with you because you do not have that kind of money, you should move on?
Honestly, mimi ukiniuliza kama hezi tosha mboga ama wewe huwezi tosha mboga, kuna mmoja wenu atoshi mboga,
yes,
it's not the end of the world, honestly. Waachilia tu yani.
Yeah.
Because like he said, if I can make 30,000,
yes,
can we live
with
my 30,000?
Yeah.
Now, by the way, kitu moja nimekuja kugundua, lugha yako ndio itakusaidia kwa hii maneno. That is just the truth.
Yes.
What he means by offering leadership is you need to show this woman that with my 30,000 shillings, tunaweza fika hapa.
Yeah.
Na wanawake wacha niwaambie na niwasaidie. It takes 1 day, 1 hour, 1 meeting for a man's life to change completely. To go from 30,000 to 30 million. Sidharau huyo mtu. Kama anaweza, kama leo ni Valentine's, labda hizi nunua maua, lakini apite hapo kwa kichaka akuokote maua to show you that he is thoughtful, because that's what he can afford.
Yes.
That gesture by itself, take it. Kwa sababu huyo mtu wa 4 million unataka ukienda huko, rather than him treating you as a partner, sindio? Na hii nawaambia tu free of charge. This is free marriage counseling.
Yes.
Bure, unaona kwa kamera
kabisa.
You become property. You are added as property. Wewe kama mwanamke, you are not valued.
Yes.
But if you start with him when he has nothing, na upande naye na ukwe tu mkunjufu wa roho.
Yes.
Na ungoje kidogo.
Kidogo tu.
Kidogo tu.
Yeah.
Labda haja graduate, ata graduate, atapata kazi. Sindio? Labda hiyo tenda ijaenda through. That is all it takes. Seriously. To change a man. 1 minute. If it 1 meeting.
Yes.
1 day. 1 deal. Na huyu mtu anabadilika. Lakini shida ni most of the time tunamwangalia juu chini, alafu naanza kumwambia siwezi make. My friend, sasa amevaa kala. Kesho anaweza kuwa amevaa Gucci, na hata ajua amevaa Gucci kwa sababu kuna pesa mpaka hata afikiri. The problem is most of the time we look here and we never think 5 steps down the line. Ladies, if there's one thing ninaweza wasaidia, fanyeni kama mama zetu. They married this man because they saw potential. Hako wasai.
Yeah.
Kwa sababu honestly, sasa ninaangalia picha za baba yangu hivi nashangaa.
Aliona
nini? Lakini sasa hivi tumefika. Ninasema
alikuwa ameona.
Uliona mbele.
Yes.
If you think about now. Sahi na what I can get right now. Ndio. Hata wewe mwanaume atisina pesa.
Yeah.
My friend, these ladies are very simple.
Yeah.
And ladies, you can be my witness. Unless wewe wacha niseme a thoughtful man with 10 shillings is better than some goon somewhere with $1 million shillings or $1 million.
But do you think some they care about that? They are saying we all those bad boys.
Most of the young men wako hapa kanisani. They come and serve God. They are nice young men.
Yes.
Hawata kupiga, hawata kuharas, sindio?
Yeah.
Lakini watu unataka bad boy. Bad boy anakujanga na side effects.
Yes.
Utafurahia, oh my God, my bad boy. Kesho tutakupata umepigwa jicho. Sindio?
Yes.
Kesho kuto tutapata amechukua pesa yako ya savings, ametumia kufanya biashara zake.
Yes.
Unakuja hapa kanisani unaanza kusema there's a demon. There's no demon. Ati ancestral curses. Hakuna. Sasa hizo kakijana hapa kanisani kama kwambia dada so and so I like you. Unamwangalia unasema oh praise the Lord. I like you as my brother too. We friends on huyo. In 20-30 years ale umechapa, si ndio? Kwa sababu huyo bad boy hapa hakutaki, amepata kakifaranga kingine, si ndio? Unaanza kuja hapa unaanza kunila hapa ukilialia oh God, any man.
Why have you forgotten?
What have you forgotten about me, Jehovah? Hakuna. No. Hapana. If this young man is trying. And this is what I'm going to tell young men. Put in effort.
Yes.
Ukiona msichana mrembo enda ongea naye.
Yes.
Na umwambie dada, naona tukue kwanza marafiki, tuone maneno hii inaenda wapi. Unaona?
Yes.
Akikubali, take it one step at a time. Grow together. Because if she can hold you down.
Yes.
With 30,000.
Yeah.
Huyo ni msichana mwenye when you have millions unajua naweza mpatia. Na hata haribu kwa sababu atakumbuka ile uchungu tumepitia.
Yes.
Tumepitia. But the problem is mimi ukinipa honest saa hii na naambia watu wanaume ukiwa na pesa when a woman comes into your life it's very hard for you to accommodate her as a partner. You have your own.
Yes.
Unaweza tamwambia toka hapa. Siko na pesa.
Yes.
What else do you need? Tutapata mwingine kesho. I have money. I can take money. Ana nikitaka mwanamke kutoka Dubai. Oh, excuse me. Kenya Airways. Business flight. I'm in Dubai. Yes, huko kuna watu watakuorganize. You have another woman.
Yeah.
But if this person can start with you from zero. If this girl is interested in you when you have nothing,
at your lowest,
hapo chini penye uko college, mnakula indomie, si ndio? Na kitunguu na nyanya na avocado, si ndio? Ama mnaamua, wanasemanga nini wakikosa lunch, wanainama. Ni kuinama? Mnainama pamoja. That is somebody you can invest in. Lakini sasa shida ni both wanaume sisi tunataka tukue na pesa. So tunaogopa ku approach, especially wasichana warembo. Wanapitianga shida. The prettier the girl, the less probable she is going to be dated. Wewe unataka kuanza na mtu chini so that you grow together.
That is true.
But if you find somebody who's made, Ken Kambo, na wewe kwa sababu unakuja hii side, kwa hii side tunakuja. Vitu ni mbili. Mwanaume mwenye ameng'ara tu, he has everything composed. Dada, huyo si wako. Si wako. But he has a good job, he has a nice house, he is perfect. Ni watu tu wawili wamemfanya hivyo. Number 1, huyo ni mama's baby. Huyo utajue tu reference point yako ni mami. Mami amwambia vaa hivi. Fanya hivi. Sisi wanaume wenyewe angalia. Wanaume by default, especially when you are young, you don't care, unavaa. Number 2, kuna mwanamke mwingine alimtengeneza. So ukikuja unapata mtu ametengenezwa. So you have to undo and redo and reshape and reshape. That's why ukiwapata bado wako young hivi, this young men hapa, and they want to date you, go out on dates. Get to know them. Serve God together. Especially na mimi nitasema hivi on behalf of wandugu wa kanisa. Na wanaweza kubaliana mimi kama wameokoka huko hivi. There is nothing more beautiful than a woman who is not ashamed to serve God.
That is true.
Kwa sababu huyo unajua, si ndio? Hata wewe atakuringia. Ndio wanaume tunapenda kusifiwa. Lakini unapata mtu ati you want somebody made. Haya.
Wako.
Si wako. Huyo si wako. It's not yours.
Wow. Thank you so much, Sam. And you know, I'm trying to be in this young man's shoe right now because yes, to be honest, hata hiyo kazi yenyewe saizi hakuna. And probably hata pengine alikuwa na, lakini kazi kaisha. And now ako of age. And I feel I really need to start a family. But there is these young ladies everywhere. The only thing they are asking is, how much do you have? And now this is something that mpaka inaingia kwa thoughts ya huyu jamaa, anaona mimi sitawahi oa because nitalipa dowry aje. Nitafanya hizi vitu aje. In your own and I know some you've gone through that. How is this process between, you know, amekubali huyu msichana hata kama hukuwa na pesa all the way to your wedding day? Do you need to have money and a lot of money for you to go through that process?
Waje mimi nipatie testimony yangu. Mimi sikuwa na kazi. Nimehama tu, nimerudi Kenya. Sijui mbele wala nyuma, niko na cultural shock. Nikaongea na msichana. Working class. Pilot. My friend. Kamwambia sasa iko hivi. Hii maneno inaenda hivi. And see, this is the thing. If you don't have hiyo kitu tumesema confidence to lay a vision for this young lady, sindio? Hata kufuata. What you need si pesa. Kuna watu wako na pesa na haiwasaidii.
Kweli.
Kuna watu, there are people who are very rich and they are very miserable. It was not about money. And if you show that girl that money is a problem, it will always be a problem.
It will become.
Itakuanga tu shida. Mimi nilimwonyesha pesa si shida. Money is not a problem. Hiyo si. Na sasa sikuwa na pesa.
Hakuna.
Nilikuwa na actually nilikuwa napewa. Ni vizuri kuwa na baba wazuri. I was literally guided through this. Sitaki kusema ni nani kwa sababu kuna watu wanaweza nishia mawe sasa sema aje tu baba. He helped me, akanionyesha this, if you lead her this way, umuonyeshe hii na achague kufuata hiyo barabara, pesa will never be a problem. Time ya kwenda kuongea na wazazi, mimi nilienda nikaambia mzee mimi sina pesa. you know my state.
Yes.
Because it was open, it was honest. That's why kama sai, gentlemen, if you are going to date a girl, enda mpaka kwao, usiogope. Jua mama yake, jua baba yake.
Yes.
Weka wewe tu kwa meza. Wajua yake.
Yeah.
Wakikuona kwa nyuma njoo ni boyfriend ya nani.
Kweli.
They are dating. Shida inakuanga most of the time hawajui. So even if you're in a situation, they can't help you.
Yeah.
For me, I was very honest. Nikamwambia mzee, hii ndio niko nayo.
Yeah.
Akaniambia asante. Mabariki. It was that easy. Because all through the journey of dating, courtship na nini, alijua.
Yeah.
Sikuficha. Lakini ukianza kufanya vitu chini usemi chenye unahitaji na una watu wenye wanakusaidia. That's why Bishop Thomas said one thing I'll never forget.
Okay.
Alisema ukitaka kwenda mbaya haraka enda na watu kwa gari yako. In the US kuna kuanga na kitu inaitwa Hoover lane. Hoover lane inakuanga kando na lane zingine. So kama highway let's say 4 lanes, inaitwa Hoover lane. You can only get in the Hoover lane if you have other people in your car. Na inaenda haraka. Yes. So get people in your car, on board people.
Yeah.
Tafuta watu. That's why mentorship is coming in. You know, counseling the people you surround yourself with.
Yeah.
Wakusaidia usonge. Na hapo watakwambia kama msichana is just after money. Hao ndio watakwambia. Watakwambia kaka, hapa hii mfuko yako itoshi mbona fanya hivi ajilie msichana. Lakini kama ako sawa atakwambia unajua nini? Tuko sawa. So the people around me helped me through that whole journey. Even in debt. Nakwambia nilikuwa napewanga 1,000 shillings. Napeleka msichana nje.
Wow.
Naenda namnunulia ka ice cream hapo CBD. Inaitwa ngapi?
Creamy.
Hiyo time sikuwa naweza afford. Singe afford. Hii nyingine inaitwa ngaje? Hii iko ST. This is very nice one. Cold Stone. Singe make Cold Stone. Nilikuwa natosha tu cream na pizza hii. But sahi we've grown together.
Yes.
I can go there and buy her 4 buckets na niziweke kwa nyumba.
Yes.
It's not a problem. See, and at that time I had to show her the vision. That's what helped. So if a young man na uone na ni msichana mzuri, au pima gauge kidogo.
Kabisa.
Auliza watu, ambia huyu akoje. Na wacha nikwambie. Hii ni siri nimeiba. Na kuna wanawake atakasirika kinyo tuseme ukweli. Ukitaka kujua msichana, look at her best friends. Maybe BFF.
Yes.
Committee. Who is it composed of? Yes. Ikikuwa composed ya watu unaona hivi hivi ajana na ukiona committee ni ya wasichana wale they got it, you know, peleka pole pole. Lakini ukipata the humble people, people who serve the Lord, people who are willing to submit, watu watamu encourage akae na my friend hii inaitwanga jackpot. Hiyo unashikaga hivi na unakimbia. Because at the end of the day, like I said, hizo siku ilikuwanga creamy. Siku hizi ni Cold Stone.
Wow.
Ama nasema ama tusemaje? Ama tuseme maneno haya.
Iko sawa. Iko sawa.
Maneno ni matatu.
Wacha na hiyo ya mambo matatu. Career.
Yes.
You see, even because of what is happening around us, even on social media, we are seeing that what you're consuming on social media will either shape you negatively or positively. And so these young men that we are talking about, or even the young people in general, the social media is really influencing them on how they are making their decisions every day. So how is it influencing young people, you know, in taking this big step towards marriage?
I think before I answer the direct answer to your question,
okay,
I take social media to be like the supermarket. You know, when you're walking into the supermarket, you have the choice on what to put into your bag.
Yes.
And that's what most people don't understand. Social media actually is not bad.
It is not.
It has been demonized, but it's not bad. People are becoming rich on social media.
Yes.
Relationships are being reconciled on social media. Okay?
Yes.
So what content are you going for?
What are you consuming?
What are you consuming? And that's why I'm giving you the example of a supermarket.
Yes.
when you go into a supermarket, there's some supermarkets actually even have medicine.
Yes.
Some even have rat poison.
Yeah.
Some have agrovets. Some have yogurt.
Yes.
He's talking about Cold Stone. Some have ice cream.
Yes.
So it's up to you to know what you're going to put into your basket.
Wow.
Okay?
Yeah.
And what you put into your basket will determine the health that you have. Because anything you're going to buy, they are called consumables.
Yes.
You go to consume. And whatever you consume makes you.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
So I think as a man, and the man that is watching,
Yes.
you need to be very cautious about what you're consuming from that social media. And I agree with you. Social media can either make you or break you.
Yes.
It depends on the kind of content that you're taking. That's why I don't even advise people at wasiingia social media. Okay, if you're trying to maybe regulate yourself on not being an addict, that's okay. Because at the end of the day, you know yourself better.
Yes.
But social media, so many people's lives have been also made on social media.
That is true.
I hear watu wanasemanga ati sijui ati huwezi pata mtu wako social media. I've heard of very successful relationships.
Yes. Yeah,
But it also depends on the value systems that you have. What are you? Who are you as a person, number one? And because you will always attract what you are.
That is true.
And that goes to the men now to answer the issue that we are talking about concerning men and finances. Who are you? Who do people see you to be? Okay?
Yes.
Because maybe you are the problem.
Yes. It could be.
Maybe you are the problem. Wewe ni umeonyesha hawa wasichana, wewe ni unajua kupelekana Cold Stone kuliko wale wengine. Kwa nini akatae kukuja? Hata mimi nikiwa msichana sitakataa kwenda Cold Stone.
Kama ameshika sana.
Unasikia?
Yeah.
No, sometimes let's give these girls a break.
Yes.
Yes.
Sindio? The issue ni you are the leader.
Yes.
And that's why a lady, by the way, let me tell you, they are very good ladies. Na ndio manamu anasema, I don't like generalizing problems.
Yes.
Okay? You deal with a problem as it comes. All right? They are very good ladies out there. Juzi, a few years back, there's a lady. Alikuwa amefeatureiwa on TV. She was complaining that hapati mtu wa kumuoa.
Yeah.
And she's available. She's very educated, but the moment the man anakuja kwa meza, askia ati she's a PhD or whatever, she's a manager, anatoroka. Why? Because of the misconception ati msichana anataka pesa. Some of these ladies don't even need your money.
They have money.
They have money.
They do. Yes. They do.
They only need someone who can show them where are we going? Where are we taking this money?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
They don't want to get married to a Peter Pan. Unakumbuka Peter Pan? There's a cartoon we used to watch of a boy that was alikuwa nakataa kugrow. Anaiba watoto. Those kids don't grow. You need to grow up even with the issues of finances.
Wow.
Now watch uoga.
Kabisa.
Be courageous.
That's true.
Me personally, I was telling some earlier on, even if you put me with a lady that is next to this CEO of World Health Organization, ito Antonio Guterres, mimi sitaogopa. We will still chit chat.
Yes. Tutaongea.
No, because my money does not give me my value.
Yes.
It's my brain. And that's why, by the way, I tell ladies, dumbness is not submission.
It is not.
If you're intelligent, you're intelligent.
Yes.
Bring your intelligence on
The
board.
table. Weka.
We are not intimidated.
Yeah.
Dumbness is not submission. All right?
Yes.
Bring your intelligence. Let me build on it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Tunaelewana?
Kabisa.
Naweza kuwa nilienda Polytechnic. Na wewe ulienda ni Cambridge.
Yes.
Harvard.
Let me tell you, I will Polytechnic your Cambridge. Tutatengeneza nini? No, men need to be courageous.
Yes.
Let me take you to Joshua chapter 1 verse 9. Be ye bold and courageous.
Yes.
God did not tell a woman. Joshua was a man.
Yes. Yes.
There was a reason why God told Joshua, the man, to be bold and courageous.
That's true.
It was because of the role he was taking as a man, leader.
leader.
That doesn't mean ati akukwa na watu wiser than Joshua. No. Actually, some of the advisors to the king are even wiser than the king himself.
Yes. Yes.
So please, mwanaume, niangalie hata mimi kamera gani.
Kabisa.
Mwanaume, know your worth.
Amen.
Define your worth.
Yes.
And know your identity.
Wow.
Hiyo tu ndio nitakwambia. Lakini kama pia your identity haianzi na Mwokozi, hapo umepotea.
Kabisa. Wow, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Edwin, I don't know utaongeza nini tukimalizia kwa hiyo.
For me, I think the main thing, especially for the boy child.
Yes.
Believe in yourself. Like, and nowadays kuna watu watakwambia usifanye hivyo. Honestly, and this is where I think, like you said, society, the rules and the norms have changed.
Yeah.
You are worth something.
You're worth.
You're alive. Inamaanisha you're good for something. There is nobody who's a good for nothing. Si aminingi hiyo kitu. Yeah. Number 2, remember, it can take 1 minute for God to transform you. Kutoka huko chini na kuleta juu. Ni Mungu anadefiningi. We don't know the future. But what we can do is trust God that something is going to come out of this, because he says that all things, even your lack of money, your lack of education, your that lack, is good for something, because it all things. Oh, see some.
No.
All things work together for good for those. See, and that na ya mwisho najua hapa sasa machachi boy watapiga kelele na nduru penye uko mpige makofi. Seek ye first the kingdom of God.
Oh yes.
Number 2, and this righteousness. And all these things shall be added unto you. Aya, huyu msichana unaona wezi ongea, si ndio? This is the thing. If anybody lacks wisdom, let him ask of the Lord.
Yes.
Ingine, what is impossible for man?
Nothing is impossible.
It's not impossible with God.
That's right.
Labda wewe wezi ongea naye. And I remember, nakimalizia sasa, Musa aliambia Mungu. Mungu alimwambia, enda. Alianza na excuses. Mungu siwezi.
Natakuongea.
Mungu siwezi. You see, Mungu akamwambia fanya hivi. Wacha nikuonyesha hata yenye unaweza ni mbaya. Kwamba chukua mkono wako weka kwa kwapa. Vile alitoa ilikuwa na. Akaingiza hivi akatoa. Iko mgonjwa. Amerudisha. Akarudisha. Ikatoka. Mimi kwangu, it was God showing him, if you are going to look for weaknesses, we have them.
You will find
big them. Ones. Zingine hata ujui. Musa alijua ako na ukome huko. Hakujua kitu vile kasiri tokea. Mungu akamwambia rudisha huko. Mimi Mungu, let God take care of some of these things. Wow. Especially when it comes to kama finances, the future, trust in God. In fact, if there's one thing naweza ambia vijana, amini Mungu. Na kitu kingine, Mungu si principle amekaa mbinguni na kiboko anangojea kuchapa. Because and I think Bishop Thomas has really tried to show us why we need to accept the love of God, because some of these limitations we put on ourselves is because we've not understood the love of God.
That is true.
Mungu angojea tu kupiga. Na akasema kitu juzi tu na nimeibeba. By the of hii nimebeba. Vitu mbili amefunza in my life. Ya kwanza ilikuwa story Esther. Ya pili juzi alisema, don't take the storms of life and associate them with sins in your life. Hapana, hata Yesu alikuwa kwa boti na kulikuwa na storm.
Si ndio?
Kwani alikuwa ametenda dhambi?
Hapana.
Hapana, hakuwa ametenda dhambi. Young men, tafadhali. Hata kama unaona umeenda vibaya, Mungu ajaribu kukuchapa. Rudi kwake, reform, get a mentor, si ndio? Start this journey. Identify a nice young lady, lete hiyo maneno yako, tukusaidie, si ndio? Baada hiyo, after church service, tukutembeze hapo, si ndio? Tukule kamchele ama kakeki kidogo, uende nyumbani na mke yako.
Si ndio hiyo?
We're not trying to complicate this thing.
No.
Ati you need half a billion,
No.
tukae kwa komiti 27. Hapana. Biblia
Yes.
inasema he who finds a wife finds a good thing. That means if you found her, bring her here.
Yeah.
Mimi sijui mbona tukuange na harusi after service.
Yes.
It's the easiest and the best wedding ever. Pastor yuko, watu witnesses wako,
Yes.
si ndio? All you need ni kutuletea keki, tutakula keki twende kweli.
Kabisa.
Tulikuwa tumepanga kula lunch. Mimi sitakuburden na lunch yangu. Ninaenda kwangu kukula lunch. Lakini ka keki kako, si ndio? Nikafurahia tu nikwambie sasa nimekubariki. Kubariki. That's it. When we complicate this, it shows us we undermine the power of God. We undermine the wisdom of God. And we also undermine opportunity. Because some things we are given opportunities. Lakini hatuichukui. So wanaume, the reason why we are scared of this thing is because we are inflicting fear on ourselves. Wow. But what if we trust in Jesus?
We trust in Jesus.
Imagine tu, wachia tu